Hey, what do you say, YouTubers? Welcome back to the channel. For any of you who have followed my trail honcho videos, you'll remember that we had discussed adding a little bit of low weight to lower the center of gravity on this truck. I mean, it is a plastic link truck right out of the factory, so what I'm going to do is add a Vanquish stainless steel suspension link and steering link kit. Let's get her into the shop and see what we have. Okay, we got the truck, we got the goods. Let's see what's in the box. Everything's in pieces. Let's see what we got here. We got, looks like all the lengths are separated, which is good. Good. Front steering. And hard. Let's see what we got here. All the balls and the arms are separate, so I'm all for buying the good stuff, but I got to tell you, for the price, I was kind of hoping they would have had them put together for me. So let's see if these are all the same. Some of them might be angled, some might be straight. They all the ends appear to be straight. You see it. And I know they make a tool for this, for popping the balls into the ends. What you have to do is you have to actually pop the swivel balls into the rod ends. So we'll have to rig up a little tool to do that. I know there's a tool that looks kind of like a leather punch that just pops them right in, but we'll see. We'll see what it takes. If they go right in or if they have to really work at it. Yeah, these are going to take a bit of effort. So let's see the instructions first, see what's what. So it tells you right here which ones are which. Let's see how close they are to actual size. Well, the tie rod end, or the drag link is actual size, so that's good. Okay, so we got everything together. All the rod ends are on. They don't go on easy. I mean, it's going to take some finger strength, but you want to avoid putting a tool in here, like a screwdriver or something like that, because you'll end up stretching out that eye, and that ball won't snap in properly. So it's going to take some finger strength. You know, you just do a couple of them and then take a break and do a few more, a couple at a time, just to get through it. They're not really threaded. I think what you're doing is actually putting the thread in. You're actually using the rod as a tap into the nylon. So I would avoid using a screwdriver or a tool or something like that. But they go in. It's manageable. It's tough, but it's manageable. So to put the balls in, just takes a little bit of finger pressure. So you got one in here. Basically, you just put it on there and put it on and snap it. They snap right into place. I got one done. there you have it. So I don't know when I was on the trail if I noticed as much flex in here, but what I did notice is there's a lot of side to side in the rear axle. Not as bad in the front, but in the back there was a lot more. You know, so these nylon rods, there's also plastic balls in there. And I can feel some play. It's hard to tell right now if the play is in the ball or if it's in the screw, where the screw goes through the ball. But there's quite a bit of play. And what I noticed is when you're climbing, when the truck starts to climb a steep incline and it drops back and starts bouncing, that's where I noticed the flexing, when the truck is kind of bouncing, trying to make its way up an incline onto a rock or something like that. Not so much in the flexing department, but the biggest reason why I wanted to do this was trying to add some weight. So let me grab my scale and we'll see what these all weigh in at. Ounces, grams. So we'll see what these weigh in, and we'll weigh the plastic ones and we'll do the math and see what we added. $224 grams. Or 7.9 ounces. And here's something I always do, guys. I always keep a magnet around. Just, it helps you. I also have a magnetic dish. This little chrome dish. Right now it's full of some spare parts, but it's always nice to have a, keep you from losing your screws and nuts. Whoop. You guys still there? Okay. Good. Yeah, they're a little bit of play. It's not terrible, but you can feel it. You can feel it clicking when you go in and out. You can feel the balls clicking, so not terrible. I don't feel it in these, so they feel pretty good. So I never send these home with the gun. I always tighten them up the last turn or two with a hand tool. It's good, you gotta remember, because you're going into plastic, so I just bring them up snug, and maybe a quarter of a turn. That's all you need. You don't have to get carried away. There you go. So my advice if you're going to work on RC cars, get yourself a good set of ignition wrenches. These are probably 30 years old. This is a real good set. These are Williams Super Wrench. Okay, these are real good quality, machinist quality. But you know, for $10 you can get yourself a set of Craftsman or Huskies from Home Depot or Sears. They do the job. They'll get it done. I got the nut started on there. I'm going to put a little dot of blue Loctite. Okay. You're going to want to use blue Loctite, not red. Red Loctite, over time it kind of attacks plastic, makes it brittle. So you want to use blue Loctite. Good little dot for the threads. So. So you can see something else that Axial does is these lower shock perches. They've got, you can put a screw through them. So you basically put the shock perch on, the spring perch on the shock, and then you can run the screw through it. So it's all set. It doesn't come with a screw in it, but you can do it, and that'll be a help. Once you put that screw in there, you won't lose them on the trail any longer. So here's one thing you're going to want to watch. You look at the replacement. So the replacement is bent. And that allows it to turn a little bit farther. It clears the differential. But you notice this one here, the stock one, has the little lobes on the ends. And that keeps you from overturning. So you just have to be careful with your servo that you have your end points set properly. Not to overextend the degree of turning, because you'll end up you know, breaking the cups on the end. So you just got to be careful with that. And it may not be an issue, we won't know until we fire it up and take a look, but it's always a possibility. And if your steering link is limiting your servo, eventually you'll just burn out the servo. So you want the servo to be fully extended to its full travel just when those stops hit on the cups, on the ends. Well, there you have it, fellas. Nice, good quality kit. Went together very easy. Couple dozen screws, about 45 minutes total to do the entire install with the suspension links and the steering links. And we're going to get this thing out on the trail and see if it made any improvement. So On the way out, as usual, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you next time.